joining me today. I just want to share on a topic that I write about in my book, Wisdom for Mothers, a Mother with a Vision. The topic is how to raise godly children. The dictionary describes godliness as somebody who is devoutly religious, and that depicts somebody who acts nice, doesn't curse, they go to church a lot and all those good nice behavior. But when it comes to Christian godliness, it is something that stems from the inside. The Apostle Paul, writing to the Philippians in Philippians 2:13, stated, "For it is God who works in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure." By this, he was referring to the fact that every good thing that they produce in terms of character, in terms of attitude, in terms of good works, is a result of the working of the Spirit of God within the person. Real godliness is not only in the outward good behavior and things that people do. It is something that stems from the inside. So in raising godly children, the first thing that we must realize is that it is an act of God within them. So our focus must not be so much on what should I do to get her to do this? What should I do to get him to do that? No, our focus should be on how the person's heart can change, how the person's heart can be tuned towards God. It is more about exposing the person to more of God so God can have the opportunity to work in them. It is having God in the person. In the book of Colossians 1:27, it says, "Christ in us, the hope of glory." It's like the summary of all Christianity. The summary of every good thing is Christ in us, the hope of glory. If you have Christ in you, you have the hope of glory. Glory is every good thing. Every good thing at its best. So if we are going to raise godly children, our focus must be on how to get Christ into them. So it's more about exposing them to more of God. So in the coming weeks, we will be going in depth about some practical things on how to expose our children to more of God. Because in the book of Malachi, God is expecting us to raise godly children. He shows us how. The scripture shows us how. In Proverbs, it says, "Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he grows up, he will not depart from it." I'm so excited about this topic, and we'll be breaking it down on some practical things that we can do as mothers to raise godly children. And this being the will of God for us, we know that 100% he is backing us, and he will give us all the grace, all the wisdom that is needed as we embark on this amazing journey of raising godly children for his glory. Thank you for listening to me, and I'll encourage you, join me in the coming weeks as we explore some more on raising godly children. I know that your life will be changed, and our families as a whole will be touched greatly. Be inspired.